an illegal alien truck driver killing 3 in a DUI wreck. Absolute tragedy. First off, we've got this video that American Truckers, that's at ATU Truckers on X Twitter, put out back in July of this year. And they were trying to highlight the concern of the reckless immigration policies and the CDL licenses. So let's check this clip out real quick. Oh, just immediately.
This is an urgent wake-up call for every American. Our highways are no longer safe. Reckless immigration policies combined with reduced commercial driver's licensing standards have created a highway safety epidemic on our roadways. In recent months, we have witnessed horrific crashes time and time again. Crashes involving massive trucks weighing over 80,000 pounds plowing into the back of stalled traffic. These crashes involve catastrophic injuries and precious lives that were unnecessarily lost. The pattern in these crashes is undeniable. Too many of these tragedies involve non-citizen truck drivers. Completely preventable. Truck drivers who are unvetted, unqualified, untrained, and who are exploiting lax regulations because we have almost no enforcement in our industry.
There's no reason for it.
You cannot let yourself or your loved ones be next. If you are trapped in stalled traffic, do not just sit there. Please be vigilant. Watch the trucks approaching behind you. Have an escape plan for you and your family. Move your vehicle to the shoulder. Be prepared to advance on the shoulder past the traffic in front of you. Most importantly, get out of harm's way. Your quick thinking could save yours and your family's life. So stay alert, scan the road, refuse to be a statistic, and demand accountability with our leaders. Demand safer highways from our leaders. Together, we can all end this highway safety epidemic before it claims any more lives.
All right, that's about enough of that video. We'll get into the story here. Headline from Fox News: Illegal immigrant trucker accused in fatal California crash released by Biden administration after 2022 border crossing. Let's read. A 21-year-old illegal immigrant from India who crossed the southern border in 2022 was released by the Biden administration, is now accused of causing a fiery semi-truck crash that killed 3 people in Southern California, multiple federal law enforcement sources told Fox News. According to federal sources, the suspect, identified as Jashanpreet Singh, was first encountered by Border Patrol agents in California's El Centro sector in March 2022 and released into the interior of the country pending an immigration hearing. Singh has now been arrested on suspicion of gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated after plowing his big rig into slow-moving traffic on the I-10 freeway in San Bernardino County. And this post from Bill Malugan on X Twitter. For some reason, it's Bill Malugan _. Breaking, per multiple ICE sources, Jashanpreet Singh, the semi-truck driver suspected of killing 3 people in a DUI crash on the 10 freeway in Ontario, California yesterday, is an Indian illegal alien who was caught and released at the California border by Biden administration in March 2022. The crash caught on dashcam video left at least 3 people dead and several injured. Police say Singh never hit the brakes before slamming into the traffic jam, citing toxicology tests that confirmed impairment. DHS sources confirm he is not in lawful immigration status and that ICE has lodged an immigration detainer following his arrest. Singh was released under the Biden administration's 2022 Alternatives to Detention policy, one of several instances Fox News has documented where illegal immigrants released pending hearings went on to commit crime. The incident is the latest involving illegal immigrant truck drivers in the U.S. Harjinder Singh, who crossed the southern border illegally in 2018, obtained a commercial driver's license in California and is accused of causing a crash in August in Fort Pierce, Florida, that killed 3 people. We talked about that one on a prior stream. Officials investigating the wreck said he failed English and road sign tests. A statement released by Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy on October 15th points to a widespread issue among big rig drivers' inability to pass English language requirements. Quote, I put states on notice this summer and forced the Trump administration's English language requirements or the checks stop coming, end quote, Duffy said. Quote, California is the only state in the nation that refuses to ensure big rig drivers can read our road signs and communicate with law enforcement. This is a fundamental safety issue that impacts you and your family on America's roads, end quote. The crash comes as the Trump administration announced last week that it would be withholding more than $40 million in federal highway safety funding from California for failing to comply with federal English language proficiency standards for truck drivers. The White House did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. So we've got yet another fatal crash caused by clearly impaired, probably unqualified, most likely doesn't even understand the language or the signs individual. Shouldn't have even been in the country in the first place. Should have been turned around at the border, should have been turned around at the court. Should have been turned around several different times along the way. And yet somehow, this man was driving a semi-truck, a massive, high-speed projectile on the interstates of our country. Released by the Biden administration. That whole gimmick that happened under the Biden administration of catch and release, where they'd, as long as you made it into the country physically, you could just stay here. They would give you a court hearing or something. Maybe you'd show up, maybe not. But it was cool. It's all fine, right? Just let everybody come in. Craziness. Absolute madness. So this guy, it didn't really say what he was high or drunk on. It just said he's intoxicated, but he was apparently so intoxicated that he didn't even touch the brakes, coming up on a massive traffic jam, stationary cars. Chat says whoever gave these guys licenses should do time. You're damn right. In federal prison, there's no excuse for this. No excuse at all. Court hearing in 4 years wouldn't be the next president's problem. Exactly. Insane stuff. Washington's open border compassion under the Biden administration that was basically just run by a committee of seemingly leftist activist wackos. The result of it is more killed Americans, 3 more in this wreck. This isn't just immigration policy. It's state-sponsored negligence on the part of the presidential office, executive branch of our nation. When the executive of our government refuses to protect the citizens, then at what point do you stop blaming it on just the pure incompetence of the obviously decrepit individual at the top? If he's not running it, somebody's making these decisions. So it's got to be betrayal, and we've got to put it on somebody. Probably several somebodies. But if the feds had enforced the actual laws on the books under Biden half as hard as they censored conservatives online, these families would still be alive. Hashish, huh? You didn't think so? It does fit the stereotype. I don't know. This tragedy does expose how bureaucratic cowardice costs real lives. Trying to signal that you're the moral superior doesn't always pay off. In fact, most of the time it backfires. But the left and Democrats haven't figured that out yet. They're just going to keep signaling and keep trying to keep their lefty activists happy. Let criminals out of prisons and immigrants run wild all over our country. It's moral collapse disguised as progress. That horrible, horrible word, progress. Progress for the sake of progress is certainly nothing good